Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guide. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about GW-Pharma and Valens VLNS in Canada, or VLNCF in America, and GWPH in America. So stay tuned. Financial report card series. This is going to be, just short, precise, to the core. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, don't be shy, subscribe. I talk a lot about commodities and cannabis and fundamentals and technical analysis, and just get a summary of the whole sector to kind of gauge what's the direction in it. So I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, due diligence, or you like the investments you're pursuing. So yeah, that's what's up, or speak with a financial advisor. So all right, so I went through the summary on Valens, and my concern on it was there wasn't as much cash, and Tyler Robinson says that they got like they had to pay taxes of 6 million, I guess, so that messed with a bit of their cash. And there was like some other things like that aren't really described because it's on a annual report, so it becomes like really complex to be able to figure out. You'd have to like look at all the different reports to get all the data to come to consensus. So yeah, they can kind of hide stuff in an annual report, which is not that cool. But regardless, they did do adjusted operational income of 10.5 million, so that's the leader in Canada. So I got to give them a big ups for that. If they were working for, like, say, the big dog, like a pharmaceutical company like Novartis, or they were, working under, say, like InBev, and it's just like a subsidiary, and every quarter they're like, just for a junior company, because if you think about it, the cannabis companies are all kind of babies. They're juniors, right? Like GW Pharma did 109 million, but out of the big scheme of things, they're still pretty small. When you got a lot of other companies that are doing, like, say, like 2, 3, 4 billion, 5 billion a year, or they're doing like 15, 20 billion a year, then they're a lot larger enterprises than these cannabis companies. But we're in the early innings of the sector, so I mean that it is what it is. But so I like that they did the quarter growth of 86%, so I give them big ups for that, because that's impressive to see. Yeah, I mean, so they had a adjusted operational. They said they had like a minus four. They had 4.5 million net income, but then there's like taxes and stuff like that messed up the whole thing. So, I have to discount some points for that. So, I realistically, I think they're worth, I think, like a minus. I mean, part of me is like thinking B plus, but if they had like a net income and they had more cash in the quarter than, or they were just like neutral, a little bit more on their cash, like maybe 4 million more on their cash, and the revenues were like the same as they are, then they'd probably be like an A, right? But then say if they did, say, like 60 million, and they end up having like 25 million more in cash flow from the enterprise, then I could give them an A plus, right? So I'm just giving you the specifics on how I kind of give the report card series and how I score them. So I'll give them an A minus, even though part of me thinking they're like a B plus. So I mean, it's open to interpretations, right? They did sell off after news. I wasn't the one. I mean, I wasn't saying to anybody necessarily to buy the stock today. I mean, I'm almost looking at it that Valens and Labs are probably going to drop. I think that Valens could drop to about 322 Canadian, and USD somewhere like 260, 270. I'm not sure the exact conversion, but somewhere around that range would be at the lower part of the Bollinger Bands. But then again, I'd have to look at once it gets to that point, because then maybe it goes lower. So that's gonna probably flow with the fact that the S&P 500 is gonna keep going down. Because if the S&P 500 goes up, most likely they're probably gonna go up. There could be differences where the cannabis sector just goes up without them, without the SPY going up. So it's hard to say, but I'm giving them an A minus, and we are going to move on towards GW-Pharma. On the list is Tilray. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're number 8 in USD reporting companies in cannabis, and they're going to be reporting, I believe, March 2nd. So if I'm around, I'm probably going to be talking about them. I think they're going to probably have a pretty decent quarter. When these quarters as well, it's in USD, but this is discounting they get revenues from Manitoba Harvest. That's slightly getting into CBD, but it's very minimal. But they sell in the the grocery stores. It's like hemp something. Manitoba Harvest has a lot of products. They even are in booster juice. You can get the hemp seed there. So they just sell like hemp seed stuff, but they normally do about like 15 million a quarter. So like 60 million, and they were bought by Tilray for about 275 million. So anyways, enough about little Tilray. We're going to get to GW-Pharma. So I did do the financials, and they did minus 20 in adjusted operational income. Year over year was awesome, 1539. So I got to give them big ups for that. Very impressive. Quarter over quarter wasn't so impressive. It was 21% at 109 million. All right. So the next time they're going to be reporting, I think, is like 5/11. So I think that's May 11. So yeah, we'll stay tuned for that. I don't have a position in GW or Tilray, but regardless, I did do the financial summary, and I also did question and answer series just at the end of the conference call today. I started videotaping that, so it's about 25 minutes of question and answers. If you're interested in GW Pharma, I'm going to upload that, so, or it's already uploaded. So yeah, that's what's up. But a thing with their whole adjusted operational income is they spend like 45 million in research and development, and their SG&As are about like 79 million. So their revenues are really ramping. So when they start doing, say, like in the next couple quarters, they'd be like 130 potentially, like based on the trajectory that they're kind of on. The next quarter probably should be somewhere around 130. Maybe it's the same as this. I don't like predict the future for every company or anything like that, but based on the trajectory, and then a quarter after that should be around like 160 million. So we'll see. And then, they're going to get up to 200 million. So based on their research and development and their SG&A, they'd be very profitable. We're talking like 30, 40, 50, 60 million in cash flow for every quarter when they get to that point, as long as they don't like bump up their expenses, their operational expenses. So we'll see, but their profit margins are amazing. They're in the 90%. It costs them like 7.3 million in costs for the sales, and they end up doing 109. So you do the math. It's definitely in the low 90% range, and there's not a company in the whole cannabis space that's got those profit margins. You're probably not going to find that information anywhere else. I'm just a little more detailed than a lot more people who you may follow on YouTube, but that's just the real. So yeah, what's up is that the profit margins were really great. So but then they do the loss. So I think because the revenue growth over the year, I can give them an A minus as well. But I'm not gonna buy the stock, but I do think the financials are pretty good when you look at the profit margins, and the fact that if you take away the research and development, they would be like a 20 million in cash flow. So that's they want to be the number one company for cannabis pharmaceutical products, so they're working on patents and all that stuff. So I'm okay with them spending that money for the R&D. So that's just my opinion on GW Pharma. These are both knocking, banging companies that are definitely going to be around for a long time in my assumptions. So anyways, keep compounding your info and listen to my lingo, and shaka, peace. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope you gained some valuable insight looking into the cannabis companies that, you know, not going to find anywhere else. So anyways, until next time, I'm out.